What's going on, everybody? Today we picked up a brand new project for the channel, but this isn't it. Hang on. No, that's better. Come on. We picked up a Tuggy boat, and we are so excited for this project. So if you haven't seen these before, these Little Tikes Tuggies were made, I don't know, 2 decades ago, and they're sandboxes. And there's all kinds of them all over the internet where people fill them up with foam. They put a trolling motor and a battery on them, or even a gas motor in some instances. They go run them around their lake and have a good time. We've got a pond just behind the house here. We have a small neighborhood lake. So I've been trying to find one of these locally for several months now, right? I mean, I've got a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. It would be a great opportunity for them to go play around with one of these, and we finally got our hands on one, which is awesome. So what we're going to do is talk about a little bit of planning, what we have in mind for our project here, and let's go ahead and talk through our Tuggy build. So guys, what do you think you want to put on your Tuggy?
A motor?
A motor, okay. So let's talk through some motor options. Obviously, we have a lot of batteries. If you're part of this channel, we've got batteries everywhere, right? There's a couple options there. We're not doing a gas motor for a couple of reasons. One is the neighborhood lake. They're not going to want a 2-stroke zinging around there, so we got to keep it quiet. So there's a couple options there. We have an old bow-mounted trolling motor, which we may put on this thing. We may go with like a transom tiller trolling motor. And then there's another option that I'm going to see if I can make happen. I'm not sure. It's a little more than I want to spend. But there's a 48-volt electric outboard that I've seen online. I'll flash it up here on the screen. There's a jet version and a prop version. I kind of like the jet version because we don't have to worry about spinning props and little kids. So a jet would be a great idea. And then a 48-volt battery obviously would need to be involved. So I'm going to try to get my hands on the outboard motor for this thing and a 48-volt, like a 30-amp-hour, like a golf cart battery. They make a 30-amp-hour 48-volt battery. That would be absolutely perfect for this. So that is an option. And then the last one would be just like I said, the tiller 12-volt motor. Pretty simple, but I think we need to do it up a little bit differently. So this thing has a helm on it with a steering wheel. Do we need that to work? Like we want that to be a real thing, right? Yeah. So if you've been part of the channel, there's a couple of 3D printing projects we've done. There's actually online, you can download full plans with a whole 41 gear set for a working steering wheel. So maybe let's add that to the list. Motor with steering, kind of our steering wheel. So that takes like a push-pull cable. We're going to go through how we're going to print that thing. We're probably going to use some ASA, some high-strength material there. And so we got motor with steering. Can you show them your whiteboard? That's it. Motor with steering. That's our first one. What else do we think we need on our Tuggy build? Foam.
Yeah, we need it to float.
Yeah, we need it to float.
We need it to float.
Great plan. Let's make sure it needs to float. So we'll put foam on there. What else do we need?
Fish finder.
Fish finder. We have one, don't we? Can you go grab our fish finder? So the very first fish finder I bought here in the recent history is a Garmin Striker 4CV with down imaging, and it has GPS on it. So why not put a fish finder on the Tuggy build? Boom, we're going to start with that Garmin 4CV fish finder. Garmin, M-I-N, fish finder for Garmin. All right, that's good. So we got motor with steering, we need foam, and a fish finder. What else do we need?
A horn.
A horn. It's a tugboat, right?
Yeah.
Got to have a horn. I've got some ideas for that, and I think we can make something. It's got to look like a tugboat. Yeah. We don't want to stray too far from the aesthetic here. We got a whole thing going. We need a horn. Good. What else do we need?
We need to paint it.
We're gonna paint it. No, we gotta do a little restoration. Some just put painting. So we'll do a little resto on it. Not sure if we're gonna paint the hull or not. I'd like to probably paint this white. Maybe we redo this up. We can even 3D print a new one with whatever we want on it. Maybe we'll change the name. Okay, painting. What else do we need? You got any ideas, Becca?
Radio. Yeah, radio.
Radio. Okay, so there's a couple different options for radios. A boat usually has like a what is it, VHF radio. There's like a PA speaker where you can talk into it, and you can have a big speaker. Would you guys need a PA speaker?
PA, yeah.
PA, maybe on the PA. So let's put PA question mark. And then there's another type of radio, like a music radio.
Yeah.
You guys want like tunes on it? Need some speakers?
We have a radio tuned.
So there's some options there that I do want to take a look at for putting like a real working radio on it. Because who wants to be on a boat without some tunes, right? I mean, we can do that, right?
Without a fake thing on it.
Yeah, I think that we can make that one work. All right, so let's go down all this. We got a motor steering. We need foam so it floats. We need a fish finder. Got it. Horn, radio, PA, painting, rod holder.
Yeah, rod holder.
Okay. That's about all. We need to put some flooring in it, right? This floor on these things is a little thin. So if you can't tell, we're building quite the list for our Tuggy build, and I want you to stay tuned for some future videos. We will certainly be keeping you up to date as the three of us figure out how we're going to set up this Tuggy build. And if you want to stick with us and figure out how this thing ends up at the end, like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.